Welcome to the President's Diary, a weekly program where we highlight the work of His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Irfaan Ali. President Ali on Sunday, March 7, expressed disappointment with the organizers and spectators at the T20 Softball Competition for not following the national COVID-19 protocols. The president, who had agreed to be the patron of the competition, had done so with the assurance that all systems would be put in place to ensure strict adherence to the COVID measures on and off the field.
President Ali appealed to spectators to wear their masks and to adhere to social distancing stipulations.
I plead with you to please put on your mask and observe the protocols, the COVID-19 protocols. As your president, I love you. And I care about you. And I cannot be in an environment like this and see you expose yourself in this manner and allow you to do it. I'm going to say to the organizers, you have a responsibility. And if you can't take the responsibility seriously, then we have serious problems.
On the occasion of International Women's Day on Monday, March 8, President Ali, in a message, said this year's observances highlight the need for us to work more assiduously and purposefully to reduce gender inequalities. The president noted that the coronavirus pandemic has exposed startling societal disparities, including gender inequalities.
President Ali called for the redoubling of our efforts and a recommitment to completing the unfinished task of narrowing gender inequalities wherever these are to be found. Meanwhile, His Excellency and First Lady Mrs. Arya Ali hosted an appreciation ceremony for women on staff at the Office of the President to commemorate International Women's Day. The President spoke of the challenges career women face while balancing work and family life.
We have to put systems and mechanisms in place to ensure that you don't have to make such choices, but that the country and the system allows you the opportunity to work whilst at the same time your children can be taken care of. This is the society that we want to build.
He reiterated that women who are themselves the cornerstone of the family have a leading role to play in bringing the country together. Also on Monday, the head of state met with the representatives of the ABCEU countries at its office. The delegation consisted of United States Ambassador to Guyana, Ms. Sarah Ann Lynch, Acting United Kingdom High Commissioner to Guyana, Mr. Ross Denny, Canadian High Commissioner to Guyana, Mr. Mark Berman, and European Union High Commissioner to Guyana, Mr. Fernando Pons Canto. Vice President the Honourable Dr. Bharat Jagdeo was also at the meeting.
His Excellency, Minister of Health, Honorable Dr. Frank Anthony, and former Minister of Health and now advisor at the Ministry, Dr. Leslie Ramsamy, on Wednesday afternoon met several executive members of the Guyana Cancer Foundation at the Office of the President.
The representatives of the group disclosed the challenges they are facing in their quest to enhance cancer awareness and support throughout the country. The non-profit organization was represented by its president, Bibi Sahid Akhtar Hassan, Treasurer Farah Youssef, and Executive Member Sheikh Hassan. Minister of Foreign Affairs Honorable Yu Todd and Senior Minister in the Office of the President with responsibility for finance Honorable Dr. Ashni Singh were also in attendance. Registered in 2016, the foundation facilitates the raising of funds for cancer awareness and screenings for the underprivileged and uninsured. The foundation's main partners are the Central Islamic Association of Guyana, the Guyana Medical Relief, and the United States Embassy. His Excellency on Friday received a courtesy call from the outgoing Chilean ambassador to Guyana, Mr. Patricio Becker, at State House. The Chilean ambassador also presented a token of appreciation to President Ali.
His Excellency and First Lady Mrs. Arya Ali were among those who benefited from the most recent batch of 80,000 vaccines received from the Government of India. President Ali, after receiving the COVID-19 vaccine on Friday, in a message to the nation, encouraged everyone to get vaccinated.
Whilst it is not mandatory, I want to urge you as far as possible to consider taking the vaccine. I'm sure that it will help us as we all work together in getting ahead of this pandemic. I also want to assure every Guyanese that we are sparing no resources in having every single Guyanese vaccinated before the end of the year.
President Ali says his government continues to reach out to suppliers around the world, including those in the United Arab Emirates, to source more of the COVID vaccines. He also noted the global shortage of these vaccines.
It is important for us to ensure that we explore every avenue in having access to these vaccines in a speedy manner and ensuring that it fits into our plan of having the entire country vaccinated before the end of the year. So you can rest assured that we're going to continue to work aggressively on this.
President Ali on Saturday expressed gratitude to the governments of India and China for the COVID-19 vaccines donated to the government and people of Guyana. The president also spoke of his government's efforts to acquire additional vaccines.
Guyana is not the only country that benefited from the kindness of India. And it's not only about kindness, it is a responsibility India took in ensuring underprivileged, developing countries also have access to the vaccines. So on behalf of the people of Guyana, we are grateful to Prime Minister Modi and the people of India.
He also provided an update on the future rollout of the vaccination program.
We have been told that within 2 weeks, we'll get a forest shipment of 50,000, and every 2 weeks following that, we'll get shipments of 50,000 until we get to the 200 doses that we'll have ordered from Sputnik. We have started the vaccination process, and we can't slow down, so we are moving to every single avenue.
Later on Saturday, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces attended a welcoming ceremony hosted by the Guyana Defense Force following the acquisition of a helicopter.
The arrival of the Bell 412 EPI helicopter is the realization of a promise made by President Ali to enhance the transportation fleet and security capabilities of the Guyana Defense Force. The president reiterated his government's commitment to build the force's capacity.
We have been investing continuously in the training, upgrading, and development of our human assets. With this acquisition comes a new era of training, an upgraded era of development. It brings with it new potential, new capacity. And these are things we have to celebrate too. We have spent a lot of resources in upgrading our human resources to take care of these assets and to ensure that we move towards a modern pool of capital acquisition that will improve our efficiency.
The Commander-in-Chief also pledged to upgrade the marine assets of the force's Coast Guard.
This has been the President's Diary, where we took a look at His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Irfaan Ali's week of activities. Thanks for watching. Join us again next week.